All right, we live.
In this life, we've been living, getting real hard. But I won't wait till I'm on my last leg to look
What's
for
up,
God.
people?
He been walking with me through this life of sin.
Come on in.
I'm trying to make it in. I'm in this dirty house. No money in my pocket, wondering what life about. Just hope in the holy market. It's me.
We're going to jump right into this episode here. Tonight, we're going to be talking about updating your sound system. Updating your sound system in your venue. Okay, fam, listen, we're gonna be doing this every Thursday night. We're gonna be working to help you guys upgrade and you know modernize your equipment. Trying to get this, turn this music down a little bit. So listen, every Thursday night, I'm gonna try to see if I can get on this live and, you know, try to get some pointers and things on how you can update your system, you know, what type of cameras, whatever you need for your venue. You know, venues is hot now, event centers, everybody need them now. So let's upgrade. It's 2025, right? Turn this music off. So before I get started with this informational tool that I'm going to be giving out over the next month or so, I just got a disclaimer that I want to let you guys know. Listen, I'm a 30-year veteran musician with 20 years of professional experience as an audio engineer, music producer, and a music director. While my advice and insights and services draw from decades of industry knowledge and personal experience, you know, it's only intended for informational use only. All right. So, you know, whatever I say on this live, you know, it's basically just for creative and it's informational. All right. So listen, this live might not be for everybody. OK, it's just to help the people that's, you know, coming up and, you know, just want to update their system in their live venue, their church, or wherever you might, you know, need a system. And, you know, throughout the months, we're just going to talk about different things. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. You know, hey, listen, if you know somebody who got a music venue, a concert, you know what I'm saying, a restaurant, they want to upgrade their speakers and all that. You know what I'm saying? Tag them, you know, tag and share. Get them in the building. You know, this might help them. You know, I'm going to be talking about the technology in the music today. You know, what you can do to get better performances and everything. And so I'm going to jump right into it. All right, so first we're going to be talking about speakers in your venue or your church or wherever you at. Now, sometimes I go to a church or a venue, or, you know, it could be whatever, restaurant, anything. Sometimes I'll run into something like this. Let's see if we can get this up on the screen. Give me a second. Hold on, that's not working. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, what's going on here? Yeah, sometimes, okay. Now this one to act up now. All right, let's see what's going on with this. Hey, if you're in the building, you know, say what's up to me, where you watching from. All right. Let's turn this on. Hey, if you're in the buildings, say where you calling from. I'm doing this video for some of my YouTube subscribers, but we're going to be streaming on Instagram, Facebook. Right now we have the little. Let me turn this TV on, see what's going on. All right. Oh, okay. I see what the problem is. You know, this live equipment, you know a lot about it, but sometimes they act up, you know. All right, so first we're going to be talking about speakers today, and like I was saying, sometimes I go to a venue and we'll run into something like this. Okay, now this system here is, I don't want to lie to y'all, this is probably from the 60s or the 70s, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes we'll run into a venue, we'll get called, hey, I want you guys to perform. Hey, I need you to come do sound for me. And then we run into a PA system that looks like this. Some of us advanced guys, we see something like this, we already know it's going to be a long night, And, sometimes I talk to the owners or the pastors of the church. I say, hey, man, you need to upgrade this system, man, because one thing about sound, sound is everything. All right, guys, sound is everything. So right here, what you see in this picture here is you have an amp on the top, which is what you'll call a mixing board these days. Has little EQ knobs and all that. And on the bottom is 2 PV speakers. Now, don't get me wrong. Back in the day, these speakers here used to sound good, but it's 2025. And I'm just gonna help somebody. And again, if you go to a church, if you play at a theater or a music venue that got old equipment, and they want to update, and they need some help, or they need somebody to talk to, I'm here to help. So hey, tag and share this if you know somebody who need help. All right, so while we talking about upgrading the systems, listen, when you upgrade a system like this, you're going to have, if you have a live venue, trust me, the people who's coming to sing, the musicians that's coming to play, they're not going to be happy when they come in and they see something like this. You know what I'm saying? So technically, they probably won't be coming back to your venue again, not with a system like this. Okay, so we definitely want to upgrade this. And again, I'm gonna read this disclaimer, and it says I'm a 30-year veteran musician with 20 years of professional experience as a audio engineer, a music producer, and a music director. Okay, so I got a little experience when I'm talking about this. All right, so one of my YouTube subscribers, we talk every day about some of the stuff I'm doing on my channel. And he was asking me what type of mixing board should he get for his venue. He just bought a venue down in Delray, and he want to redo the sound. He want to hook it up, and I pointed him here. I know it's a lot of people that know me. Everybody gonna say, hey, if you in the sound, they gonna say, hey, we know about that mixer. So this is the Behringer X32. It's a 40-channel digital mixer, and it's been around for about, let's say, maybe about a decade now, about 10 years now. And a lot of churches, a lot of venues. I actually just did a venue about two weeks ago at a beautiful theater, and they still had the X32 in their theater. So these mixers are good mixers, and the price just dropped on it. So you could take those speakers that I just showed you not too long ago and add this mixing board to it, and you already making a big step, right? You're gonna have a better performance from your singers. You're gonna have a better performance from your musicians. If you're at a church and you preaching, you're gonna be able to preach better. You're gonna have a better sound. You'll be able to live stream. Have a better quality live stream. When it comes to sound, and you'll have a better foundation to build whatever you're trying to build. But first, it has to start with your sound. Okay, it has to start with your sound. Like it's very important that your worship environment, your concert environment. I mean, if you're doing hip hop concerts, whatever you're doing, you have to make sure it's crucial that you have good sound, especially if you in this to make money. If you in it, if you renting your place out, you got to make sure you have good sound. It's like the foundation of everything you building, right? Once you get your venue, get all your paperwork and all that right, you got to get the right sound, okay? So this mixing board that I have on the screen right now, it's a good starting point. And they used to run, I could be wrong, they used to run around like $2,000, but now they're going for like, you could probably get one for like 1,200 or something like that. And with something like this, I'm not saying this all you need, so don't get me wrong, but with a digital mixer like this, you can do so much. You're stepping into another atmosphere when you dealing with something like this. For instance, I got a friend of mine who's 1,000 miles away, and he's doing live stream mixing. He's mixing church services down this way where I live. You know what I'm saying? 1,000 miles away, can tap into a mixing board like this from the internet and control it. So you don't have to find somebody local to do your sound. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you step into when you go into a new digital mixer like this. You know what I'm saying? And when you upgrade your system, like older systems, they was built back in the day, they did their thing. But now, you got so many musicians, so many songs being played that these older systems can't keep up. It's too much power for them. So you definitely got to upgrade to something that's going to consistently keep you going. And upgrading the sound system will ensure that you have consistency across every service, or every event that you do. So you're not gonna have any worries. Another thing that I like about these new mixers that they're building these days is that you can save the scene. So if let's say you have 10 clients, coming into your building, you got 10 bands, or you say you at a church, you got 3-4 churches renting out your building, your venue. You can save, they call it a scene, but you can save your settings for each band, each church, each whoever using the same mixer. You can save their settings, so every time they come in, all they have to do is just dial and load up their settings, and they're good to go. So upgrading, it comes with its good perks, and something like this will last you a long time. You know what I mean? And I know some people out there, they like, oh man, I don't know if I can I don't know if my church or my venue can afford something like that. That's pretty expensive, 1,500. We just getting started. And but I want to sound good. I do want to sound good. I want to take my music quality to another level. I want to be able to live stream and sound like what I'm hearing now on YouTube, Facebook, and you can do that. So here we have what you call a Behringer XR18, and this mixer here, it's like a stage box where you can just drop right on stage, but it does the same exact thing that the other mixer, the X32 that we just talked about. It does the same thing, but instead of the 40 channels that you'll get with the X32, with this XR18, you only get 18 channels, as you can see here. I don't know if you can see that mouse moving, but you have 1 to 8, then another 8 to the bottom, which makes 16. And you have 17 and 18. So you have 18 channels on this mixer, which is a lot for a church or a venue that's first starting. You know what I'm saying? And with a mixer like this, you're definitely gonna have a high quality sound system. And that can be a major draw for musicians who want to be a part of your team. When musicians come to your church and they see that you have good equipment and everything, you'll be able to get volunteers to come in. You'll be able to get people to come in and want to be a part because they know, hey, man, that equipment that I want to play on, they got it over there. You know what I mean? Or that venue over there, man, they got everything we need. We don't have to rent a sound guy to bring all his stuff in. You know what I'm saying? They got everything they need. So let's take our money over there. Let's take our church event, our concert, our CD album release party or whatever. Let's take it over there. Because they got the equipment. You know what I'm saying? So this mixer here is a great starting point. And me personally, not just this brand of mixer, but this type of mixer, I recommend that every venue and every church that's out there right now, big or small, should have at least something like this for their sound equipment. Yeah, y'all hear me? All right, let's keep moving. So this mixer here, it also has a USB, meaning you can hook a computer to it, and whatever going on in your venue, you can record it. If you got 16 channels going on in your venue, your church, 8 mics, drums, keys, guitar, DJ, whatever going on in your venue, you can record it on a separate track, a separate channel, and you can save this stuff. And you can take it back to the studio and you can fix it up, make it sound better. And that's what a lot of people are doing now. They have a concert, they have a record release or whatever, and they record everything, and then they take it back to the studio, and and then they put they add the sauce to it, and then they upload it, and you wonder why things sound so good. It's because we have the equipment to do this. Okay, now a mixer like this is right now it's a steal. With the price drops and everything on Behringer, you can go and grab this for about $450 brand new, or you might be able to find one on Facebook Marketplace for like 300 or so. Now I use this mixer for years, so if you was to get something like this, you could definitely call me, and I'll help you set it up. I help get you going, in the right direction. All right. So now, I know I got my brothers out there. They're like, man, we want something a little bigger than that. So right here we have the Behringer Wing 48 channel digital mixer. And don't get me wrong, I could be wrong, but this mixer probably been out about maybe 5-6 years now. The one that I'm showing on the screen actually just dropped a couple months ago. They just came out with the new color and everything. And this one right here, you definitely stepping it up a level. You have all the big ministries, the big venues. Some venues that I'm doing sound at now, they haven't even upgraded to the Behringer Wing yet. But my local church, we ordered one. That it's on back order right now, so we're waiting. But it's definitely going to enhance our sound when we get it. And how do I know? Listen, I've been blessed to work with a couple guys who's doing over 632 events a year. And I got the job to do sound, and it's a blessing. So I can go to work anytime I want. You know what I mean? And that's a blessing. And this is what they're using. Okay. So with a mixer like this, you're definitely gonna be able to set the atmosphere to whatever you're doing. If it's CCM, if it's gospel, if it's hip hop, if it's R&B, whatever sound that you're hearing on records, these days that you want to mimic, in a live PA sound system, you'll be able to do it with this Beering Wayne mixer right here. Okay. Now listen, this is just some advice now. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help folks out right now. I got a couple buddies out there who need help that I'm working with. So, while I'm doing this for them, I'm doing this for y'all too. So if you watching this back on rerun, or if you're on the live, you need any help or anything, just privately message me or catch me on Facebook or YouTube, and ask some questions. I'm here to help. Now, listen, we got some sound guys out here that's doing sound at their venue, and I'm speaking up for them. Like, man, go ahead and get these guys what they need to enhance the sound, because the sound is everything. They always say, if you're doing a live, if you got a live video and your video is is bad, the internet ain't working right, and you got a little glittery video, that they say if your sound sounds good, you're gonna be all right. But you could have a perfect video, but if that sound ain't right, people will definitely get off. All right, look like I got a little text here. All right, so we finna get ready to wrap this up. Just got a couple more things to show you guys. Oh, and before I move on, here's another rack. Now these here is what you call a rack mixer, where you could just throw right in your studio, or put it away at your venue where no one will be able to touch but you. You know what I mean? You can control this from an iPad, or you can control this from a laptop. And for my sound geeks out there, you know what we're talking about. And for my people who don't really know about sound much, don't worry. Something like this will be easy for you to catch on in no time. Listen, if you need help if you plan on buying something like this, inbox me. I'll come help you put it together and show you how easy it is to maintain. All right. Now, before I move on to this, when you do upgrade to something like this, it's not cheap sometimes, but you have to know this is a long-term vow of upgrades, and it's gonna last you for a while. You definitely get 10 years or so out of a system like this, because it has a lot of technology in it. And one thing I know about in 2025, these young audience, these young people, they love them some good sound. You know what I mean? Every time you look at a young person, they got AirPods in their ear. They'll go spend $500 on some headphones so they can have some good sound. So why don't we give them good sound too, right? Why don't we give them some good sound too? It's everything is so modern these days. We come on, people, we gotta upgrade. We gotta upgrade, right? And again, this is not for my people who's already where they supposed to be. This is for the people that's out there that's just trying to upgrade and trying to keep up. This is where you want to start. And you can definitely do these. This mixer here is probably $1,500, but it's gonna give you a $20,000 sound. All right. So we almost finished. I want to only stay on here for about a half hour. All right. So here we go again. This right here is just a speaker, right? A power speaker. All you got to do is plug it in the wall and plug your mixer to it, and you're ready to go. And you already there. You got your mixer. You got your speakers. Trust me. People they're gonna be like, man, we're happy. We happy you did this. Now, hey, listen, you having concerts, you having your youth events. You know what I'm saying? People, they loving the sound. They might not be saying nothing. They be over there hanging out, eating their ice cream, just vibing, having a good time, and everything sounds good. But you got a terrible system. They might stop and be like, y'all hear that? Man, that speaker sound like it's about to it's about to burst. You know what I'm saying? So let's upgrade. So this right here is a QSC K12, and it's a 12-inch power speaker with about 2,000 watts on it. And I put this speaker on here because what was that? My son texting me. Yeah, I put this speaker on here because I owned this speaker for about, let's say, about 2 years, and I mean it's still going strong. I done put some instruments through this thing, but you don't have to get a speaker, just like this. You can definitely get a power speaker that's cheaper, So for about, let's say, $2,000, you got a full sound system that your venue, that your customers at, you can have a barbershop, you get you one of these, wherever you want to put your sound at. If you want to upgrade it, people will appreciate it. All right, people will appreciate it. And another thing, before I get out of here, so most of the mixers these days are coming with what you call iPad mixing, right? Right here is a picture of the app where you can control the sound on these new mixers that's coming out now. Even the mixers that you saw with the faders on it and everything. So with something like this, you can have a volunteer come. Listen, it'll be so easy for them to be able to control this. So you building culture, you building excellence. You know what I'm saying, by upgrading your sound system. You know what I mean? So listen, people, let's upgrade. All right, let's do our thing. Let's upgrade. All right, because we don't want to show up to your church or your venue to come do a concert and we got to bring all our equipment because we know, hey, that place over there, this what they got over there. You know what I'm saying? When we know you got this over here, we don't even want to show up. We might be like, oh, you know what, man, I'm busy on that day. You know what I'm saying? I got some stuff I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be able to make it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what people gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like my local church, we set. You know what I'm saying? We got the speakers, we got the mixer, we got the cameras, we got everything we need to do whatever we need to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's how your church or your venue should be when it comes to your live sound. You should have everything you need to do. I don't care if a band coming to your house and they got 20 guitars, you know what I'm saying, 5 keyboards, you know what I'm saying, they running tracks, they doing everything. I mean, they overloading your system. Your system should be able to handle it with ease. You know what I'm saying? And you can do that. The technology is so good these days. You can do that for a fraction of the cost. So yeah, it's no excuses. Come on, people. We got to upgrade. You know what I'm saying? We gotta move in excellence. All right. So hey, I want to thank y'all for joining my live. You know what I'm saying? Hey, every Thursday we're gonna be giving tips. You know what I'm saying? Tips for worship. So y'all tune in. You know what I'm saying? If it's anything that y'all want to see, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Let me know, and we're gonna talk about it. And next week, man, y'all tune in because I got my boy coming on. They church is doing a wonderful job. They started live streaming during COVID, kind of like everybody. And let's say, I want to say last year, they started their online media, and they went from about 30 views to about 3,000 views every time they go live. And I'm gonna have him on next week talking about how he's how his media team, how he's running his media team, the things that they're doing. So listen, man, y'all tune in next Thursday, 10 p.m. It might be a little later, but y'all tune in and we're gonna be live. All right. Hey, man, I love y'all. Later.